Hello there, my name's Dan Hawcutt. I'm a paediatric clinical pharmacologist and I'm here to talk about our work empowering young people to report their suspected adverse drug reactions. This is an ongoing project that has been worked through for about the last 3 or 4 years now and has involved over 550 young people and some enthusiastic support from Alder Hey Children's Hospital, the University of Liverpool and Dr Nikita Boombler, who's one of our junior doctors who started work on this when she was still a medical student. The reason we're doing this is that there aren't very many yellow card reports from young people at the moment, and the ones that we get actually show they report different drugs with different adverse drug reactions, and the pattern of drugs they report are much more in keeping with the common drugs you'd expect to see in children and young people. First of all, we're going to hear from Nikita about how the project got going, and then we'll move on to the next section of the presentation.
Hello, my name is Nikita Boombler. I've recently graduated from the University of Liverpool. As a medical student, I carried out an audit at Alder Hey Hospital on reporting adverse drug reactions in the paediatric population. My convener, Dr Dan Hawcutt, identified a gap in the information surrounding my project and further encouraged me to continue data collecting. This led to a number of weekends spent at Alder Hey Hospital, engaging in the patient and public involvement team and the young persons group. I hosted a number of workshops, including one at Edinburgh Conference for the International Children's Advisory Summit. I collated all this information and presented at the British Pharmacology Society 2 years ago, as well as sharing this information with the MHRA, who set up a group to analyse the outcomes of my work and to look at how it could be implemented nationally.
So as you can see, Nikita did an awful lot of work in terms of meeting with lots of different groups of young people and bringing together the information so that we had a form of words that the young people agreed helped them understand and empower them to report suspected adverse drug reactions. But I don't suppose you want to just take it from us. It's probably best if you hear from some young people themselves. So out of the 550 who've been involved, I've got 2 here, Daisy and Freya, who are both part of Liverpool's Young Persons Advisory Group, YPAG, and who have contributed at multiple stages during this process. And here's what they thought about the project so far.
Hi, my name is Daisy and I'm a member of Generation R, the Young Persons Advisory Group at Alder Hey Hospital. I was really privileged to be able to be involved in the Yellow Card Reporting Scheme project by providing input and feedback. I think it's a really amazing project and it's obviously really important for improving the health and safety of others by reporting adverse reactions, side effects or any other issues with medications and devices. I think it was essential for young people to be involved in the design and, checking over the questions and the way that the scheme works, because obviously now and going forward, we want young people to be able to feel comfortable using this system and want to make sure that it's as suitable as possible so that we can get the best outcomes from the scheme. I really enjoyed being involved. I think it's an amazing project and obviously it feels amazing to be involved in something that potentially could help lots of other people, and for them to be able to use it easily, understand it easily, and just to, as I said earlier, improving the health and safety of all of us who will use any of these medications.
Hi, my name is Freya Semple. I'm a member of Generation R. I've been involved in the proofreading and website design for the Yellow Card Reporting Scheme for children and young people. I've enjoyed reading the documents and ensuring the content is suitable. I think it is important for children and young people to have access to the Yellow Card Reporting Scheme, as they should be able to report their personal experiences with medicines. We are not small adults, and because our bodies are still developing, we experience very different side effects to adults. By making the Yellow Card accessible to young people, these side effects will be highlighted, and hopefully medicines can be improved and tailored for young people. The involvement of Generation R throughout the development of the Yellow Card scheme has meant it's been driven by young people and is user-friendly.
So I hope you get a feel there for the enthusiasm that we've been greeted with whenever we've brought this concept to young people, and the engagement and positivity they brought to it. We really have been buoyed along in terms of trying to make this happen by the fact that they seem genuinely to appreciate the problem that we're trying to solve and have all contributed in really helpful, meaningful ways to make sure that the form of words and the information we've produced at the end is meaningful to them and understandable and should improve or empower young people to reporting. Now this leads us to the next question of how do we make this official and how do we get it out to young people? Because having information is one thing, but then being able to access it and understand it is another. In terms of making it official, unfortunately Mittal Jadeja from the MHRA couldn't be here today, but he was going to contribute a short segment about how this is being taken on by MHRA working groups, of which I'm a part, to make sure that bespoke information is created for young people. The question then becomes, how do we get it out to everybody so that this is common knowledge as opposed to an esoteric part of the MHRA website or academic publications, which I don't think many teenagers actually read. And we're hoping to start our discussions with the Department for Education very shortly as to whether the national curriculum could be updated. At the moment, there's a specific requirement in the PHSE section that young people have to know about the fact that drugs can cause harms, but it misses out that key section of, and what do you do about it? And I'm hoping that it wouldn't be too much of a push to add in that concept of there is something useful you can do if you are worried, and it's this. But we will obviously have to keep you posted about that, as these things will take time and COVID has slowed this whole process considerably. But maybe I can be back at Pharmacology 2022 with the finished product and an opportunity to show you start to finish an improvement in young people's reporting because of it. Thanks for listening, everyone.